Hello and welcome back everybody to a quick update video on the pond and filter system. Right, since the last video, summer's really started to come in here in Perth. We've had some pretty hot days, and as you can see I've got the shade sail up. We had a couple of days where it was close to 40 degrees, and I noticed that my water temperatures were getting up, 26, 27, even as far as 28 degrees. And yeah, obviously that's really dangerous territory for fish, as your dissolved oxygen levels really start to decrease. So since I put the shade sail up, I've been keeping water temperatures in around 24, 25 degrees, and yeah, the fish seem a lot happier, they're more active and whatnot, so that's good. I've also made a couple of covers for the filter chambers. Yeah, that just obviously it keeps the sunlight off the water, but more importantly keeps the sunlight off the bacteria, which don't really like direct sunlight. They kind of thrive in dark conditions. And oh yeah, you will notice in the last video I spoke about how I was having difficulty maintaining water level in these vessels, and the drawdown effect of the pump. Now I've been playing with flow rates and pipes and all sorts of stuff, but what's made the biggest difference is just removing a couple of filter brushes from the brush bay. So previously I had 8 brushes in here, and by removing those couple of brushes, which were obviously restricting the flow of water, it's completely freed up the flow and it's brought the level up in all the bins. I've still got a small bit of drawdown, but not much. And yeah, overall the filter's running a lot better. I've got more back pressure on the K1, so that's bubbling up a lot nicer. And yeah, really pleased with that. And I haven't actually lost the brushes that I took out. I put those in the top of the vortex, you can see there. So yeah, I haven't lost any filtration, I've just moved it around a bit. So that's good. And yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to with the filter. I have been starting to increase how much I feed the fish. Now it seems that regardless of how much food I throw at them, the K1 does a really good job of processing ammonia and nitrates. Anytime I do a water test, the parameters come out at pretty much 0. Yeah, I've got like 50 litres of K1 processing close to 2,500 litres of water, which is heaps, but yeah, obviously does a really good job. Unfortunately, I have had pretty high nitrate levels. Now I know a lot of people don't really stress so much about nitrate levels unless they're above 100 or whatever, but yeah, I really want to try and keep them down reasonably low. I have been doing water changes on the filter or on the pond once a week whenever I do a filter clean. But yeah, I've been doing pretty small water changes, probably closer to 5%, which yeah, is probably not enough. So I have started to increase the water changes lately just to try and get that nitrate level back to a smaller figure. I sort of thought that with the 5% water change and the aquaponics system it would process the nitrates, but yeah, probably not as well as I would have hoped. Now moving forward, I don't really want to keep doing big water changes. I'd like to try and tackle the issue in another way if I could, so the only real way of doing that is adding more plants. So what I'm thinking of doing is possibly setting up a kind of a bog filter or plant filter at the end of the pond. I've also got a lot of surface crap that blows in to the pond. I don't really get big leaves, but I get a lot of this sort of dusty stuff and bits of plants and leaves that blow in. So what I'm thinking of doing is building a small skimmer in the corner that will take all that crap, and then the skimmer is going to feed the bog filter. So yeah, that's probably my next project, I suppose. Now, as regards the fish, I've had most of these guys almost as long as I've had the pond, which is coming up on almost 2 years, I suppose. And even though they have grown in that time, they haven't grown anywhere near to the size that they potentially could if I had good water when I started. So with the old filter system, I had a lot of issues with ammonium and nitrates and whatever. And of course now with the K1 doing such a good job on that, I don't have those problems anymore. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of size I can put on these guys over the next couple of months. Obviously, yeah, I've still got to tackle that nitrate issue, but other than that, I can start doing consistent feeds. With the old pump fed system, if I fed any more than once a day, I was, you know, getting spikes in my ammonia and nitrate. So yeah, I couldn't feed I couldn't feed as much as I want, I suppose. Anyway, that's pretty much it for me. Like I said, I've got a couple of plans and projects coming up soon, so hopefully I can get some more videos up. And thanks everyone for the comments and feedback, it's been cool. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video hopefully. Thank you.